Hi, First Hour. I hope you guys have had a good weekend, and I hope you're ready to learn some more math. Okay, this video is for the week of April 20th, and you guys will continue to work on your multiplication and division packets, but this is also another thing that we're working on, and this is called converting liquid measurements. In your packet, you should have received this paper. Okay, and it's a conversion chart to show you how many ounces, cups, pints, quarts equal a gallon, okay, or how they equal each other. And okay, there are two charts for the measurements of gallons and quarts and cups and pints and all that. The top one says U.S. liquid measurement conversion table. This is the one that I want you to use. The bottom one is imperial, and that's not the system we use. We use the U.S. system. So when you're looking for help, you need to look at the top one. Okay? All right. So first of all, okay, you might run across some of these abbreviations. Ounces is called, an ounce or ounces is abbreviated OZ. A cup or cups is just a small c. Pint is PT. Quart is QT. And gallon is GAL. And again, these three can be plural and it's the same thing. Okay? You might also see FLOZ, which is fluid ounces. Okay. And at the top of your conversion chart, it has these abbreviations also, okay? All right, so the first thing I wanted to tell you is 1 cup, and at home, probably most of you have a measuring cup in your house, but 1 cup is 8 ounces. And let's see, and it should, okay, one side is metric and the other side is the US, the standard system. And so the first line here, I don't know how well you can see this, the first line is for 2 ounces. Goes 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, okay? But everything will be going, well, it starts out ounces, so 1 ounce would be halfway up to this in the first line. So we have ounces, and then we have cups. Okay, so first of all, 1 cup equals 8 ounces. Now, if we have 2 cups, that's the same thing as a pint, and that would be twice as many ounces, so that would be 16 ounces. Then we have a quart. And a quart is the same as 2 pints, and so that would be 32 ounces. Then we have a gallon. A gallon is the same as 4 quarts, which is 128 ounces, okay? So, and what you're going to be doing on your work is you're going to be changing things from one unit of measurement to the other, okay? So here is the first problem I wanted to do with you. Okay, so they want to know how many fluid ounces are in 4 pints. Okay, well, we know from our chart that, okay, if we go to here, okay, ounces. So we go to pints, and we're going to go across, and then we're going to look at how many ounces are in a pint. And for this, you would have to go all the way to the end. And so we see there's 16 ounces in a pint, okay? So if we have 16 ounces and we have 4 pints, okay, so since 1 pint is 16 ounces, to figure out how much 4 pints would be, we're going to multiply it by 4, okay? So first of all, we do 4 times 6. So let's see, we're going to do 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, okay? So we put our 4 at the bottom and we carry our 2. then we're going to do 4 times 1, which is 4, 5, 6. So altogether, we have 64 fluid ounces equals 4 pints. Okay? All right. Now another question. Let's see. We'll do this one. They want to know how many fluid ounces are in a cup, or in 5 cups. Okay, we know a cup has 8 ounces. So 8, and so they have 5 cups, so 8 times 5 is 40. So our answer is going to be 5 cups equals 40 fluid ounces. Okay? All right. Let's try another one. All right, this time we have gallons, and they say we have 16 cups. Well, the first thing we need to do is use our chart. So I'm going to look at the chart, and I'm going to see how many cups are in a gallon. And if I do that, okay, a gallon. Okay, so I'm going to go across this first line, and 1 gallon I see has 16 cups. Okay, so they want to know how many gallons are in 16 cups. Well, it's going to be 1, right? Okay, so the answer to that one is 1. Then I saw there was a tricky one. It's not really tricky, but for since we haven't gotten into that big of division problems, it would be a little trickier for you, okay? So they want to know how many gallons are in 512 fluid ounces. So when I look at my chart, I know that I know that 1 gallon is 128 ounces, right? So I need to know how many times 128 will go into 512. And see, that's a big division problem. So another way we could solve it is we're going to just start adding 128 to 128, and we're going to keep adding 128 until we get to 512. That's another way to solve it. So 128 plus 128, 8 plus 8 is 16. Put down the 6, carry the 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so we're not there yet. So we're going to add another 128. All right, so 6 plus 8 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1. 5 and 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Okay, so we're not there yet. So I'm going to move this over so I have enough room. So 384 plus 128. Let's see what we get there. All right, so 4 plus 8 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Okay, put down a 1 and carry a 1. And then 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And now we have 512. So let's look at how many 128s did we have to use. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so our answer is 4 gallons equals 528 fluid ounces. I mean, 512 fluid ounces. Sorry about that. Okay. So really, this is all you're going to be doing throughout all of these, is you're going to be changing gallons to quarts, or to pints, or to cups, or to ounces, and or quarts into those things. So let's see. I think that's about all I need to do. Let's see. I will try one more. Okay. This one is, they want to know how many gallons are in 40 pints. Okay. So how many gallons are in 40 pints? So first thing I do, I go to my chart. And I see on my chart that it takes 8 pints to make a gallon. You see that? 8 pints to make a gallon. So I have 40, and this is a division problem we can do. So I'm going to take the number 40 and I'm going to divide it by 8. And all of you have done this, so how many times will 8 go into 40? Well, you know, if we had our box, we could make hash marks. But we know that 8 times 5 is 40, okay? Because if we did it, otherwise it'd be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, okay? So the answer to that would be 5. Okay, I think that's enough instruction for you guys. If you have any questions or are having a hard time doing it, please, please, please let me know or let the teacher know that's working with you, and I'd be more than glad to help, okay? Using measurements is something that we do in everyday life. Like I said, you guys, a lot of you guys must have seen this in your kitchen, one like it, you know. That's a cup, a measuring cup is what they call this. I have one like this. I have one that's twice as big. That's for 2 cups. And that's for when I'm making bigger recipes. Sometimes making cookies, you need like 2 cups of flour or something. And anyway, it's just a convenience thing, but I could have used this too. Okay. So ounces. Okay, let me mention this. So they talk about fluid ounces because we're talking about liquids, and liquids flow, they're fluid. There's also ounces in pounds, and that's a different kind of measurement system. So we're not using that with this one. But ounces goes with pounds, and ounces also goes with cups and pints and quarts and gallons. Okay? All right. You guys have a great week. I hope you had a good weekend. It looks like the weather's going to be pretty nice this week, so should be able to get outside and have some fun without it being too hot. All right. Miss you guys a lot, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.